While we were all fast asleep, Adam Schefter announced the San Francisco 49ers went out and made actually a pretty impactful signing in the form of former Los Angeles Charger linebacker Eric Kendricks. The 49ers signed him to a 1-year deal per Adam Schefter. And this is actually, again, a smart move, and I will explain why. Because as we know, Drake Greenlaw has suffered the torn Achilles that happened in the Super Bowl. So, based on the timelines that we have seen anywhere from 8 to 12 months in recovery, and anywhere within that frame. So, there is a good chance that the 49ers will be without Dre Greenlaw for a large portion of the season. So, we knew heading into this offseason, trying to find a replacement caliber linebacker was going to be a priority. And this is where the 49ers land. And to be honest, it's a pretty strong signing. And again, I think we're starting to see a trend here. This is the second player that has been coached by Brandon Staley that the San Francisco 49ers have signed throughout this period. That accounts for 50% of the total signings have played for Brandon Staley. Now, granted, there have only been 4 free agent signings, but hey, 2 of them, Lloyd and Kendricks, have both played with Staley in the past. So important to note. But let's talk about why this is a good signing, what he's done, and we'll even watch some tape to kind of break down. Like he's still got it, even though he's 32 years old. He's still got it. Even in his first year with the Chargers last year, he was named a team captain. That's pretty cool. He was released by the Minnesota Vikings prior to that. But in that season in which he was released from Minnesota, he led the team in tackles with 137 in 2022 and started all 17 games. So it's not like when he was released from the Vikings, it was because he wasn't any good. The 2015 former second round pick, I think, was just a cap casualty. And of course, he's getting up there in age. But you're like, okay, well, he probably took a step back when he went to a new team and he played with the Chargers. Not necessarily. When you look at the stat sheet, he had 117 tackles last season. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Now, this was yet again another appears to be cap move. The Chargers are about $25 million over the cap. Kendrick signed a 2-year, $13 million deal ahead of the 2023 season. And because of this release, the Chargers saved $6.5 million. So this was more of a business move than anything else. Also in the season last year with the Chargers, Kendricks had 3.5 sacks and a forced fumble. And that the mark of him going over 100 tackles marked his 8th consecutive season in a row in which he had over 100 tackles. So if you're starting to see the trend here, the trend points to Eric Kendricks being an absolute production machine from the linebacker spot. And again, we're going to watch some tape right here that backs it up. But hey, he was selected to the Pro Bowl in 2019. He was also a first-team All-Pro selection. Throughout his entire career, Kendricks has over 1,000 tackles and 18.5 sacks in 132 games. Across those 132 games, he has 127 starts. So, Eric Kendricks, brother of Michael Kendricks, Cal legend. Of course, Eric went to UCLA, didn't go to Cal, but he kept it in the Pac-12, RIP. But hey, I think this is a phenomenal signing. Obviously, we understand why this is happening, but because of that context, and you see the player that they got, you put Eric Kendricks next to Fred Warner. Hey, Don't take my word for it. Let's take a look right here at what this could actually look like within the San Francisco 49ers defense. So again, I got a little bit of tape for you. Hopefully it's not too choppy, but let's take a look. You're going to see Kendricks right here. As you can see, got some dog in him. I want to run that one back. Look at him take on the offensive lineman, force the fumble. That's Creed Humphrey, by the way. You're going to see him shoot the gap, make another beautiful tackle for loss against Isaiah Pacheco. Another angle of it. You can see how fluid he moves, how instinctual he is. I think one of the biggest takeaways of watching him in this cut up is the instincts that he plays with. You can see he knows when to go full speed. He can tell when he's just got to be patient. He takes on a double team right there, stands right in the hole and forces Pacheco to the outside. This is a guy who knows ball, and it comes very naturally to him. Again, look at his ability. He feels the flow of the running back so well. The way he's able to disengage from the blocks and keep fighting downhill. This is a guy that's going to fit super well in our linebacker room with Fred Warner. This is a big signing. And again, you have to imagine he's going to play a lot of snaps next year for the San Francisco 49ers. And you're getting a caliber, a player of this caliber to fill in that hole left by Dre Greenlaw. This is a luxury for the San Francisco 49ers. And to get him on a 1-year deal, we don't know what the terms are, but we would imagine that it is manageable. And again, just right here, setting the edge, forcing the running back inside to the teeth of the defense. This guy's a stud, man. He's a stud. So the 49ers get a good one here in Eric Kendricks. So I don't know how you guys feel about this. Very interested to see how you feel about the addition of Eric Kendricks, how you see him fitting in with the San Francisco 49ers, but I see a great fit. Obviously, already has experience with one of the coaches on the roster. And hey, this might not be the only Charger that we see added to the roster today. Maybe Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack either get traded or released. Could they potentially find their way over the 49ers? We will find out. But I want to hear from you. How do you feel about this move? What do you see from it? What do you like about it? Is it a good fit? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.